Okay, so you guys are watching Shed Hunting Part 4, and I've got a pretty crazy story for you on this video. Well, it is February 27th, and Zane and I are out here looking for flat top sheds again, which I'm about to give up on. I have gridded this entire block of woods, and I know they're in here. I have a picture of them, and then a picture of them like 40 minutes later without one of his antlers, so it's got to be here somewhere. But anyways, I just found some weird looking creature, skeleton. What in the world do you think that is? Well, there might be a little hair on it right there. I don't know what that is. What do you guys think it is? Let's see if we can find some sheds. Well, I'm working this heavily used deer trail that's coming off our food plot up here on top of the hill, and this is a textbook spot that a deer would shed an antler. There's a low-hanging limb that comes over the trail about as high as a deer would lower its head and knocked its antler right off right here. I'll give you a look. See, the trail's right here, and it goes right under that limb, and you can see the antler right there. Have to believe that that deer was coming under there and just barely nicked that antler on this log right here and came right off. Oh, you know what? That's not even a shed. That sucker broke right off. Yeah, that's not even a shed. That thing got knocked off. It broke off. I can't imagine that stick right there is what did that, but huh, that's really something. We'll see if we can't find anything else. That was a big deer that made that. That's a pretty serious rub. Found my shed today. Not a giant, but it is a shed. Right here in the middle of the field. Right here it is. Just a little guy, but it's a shed. We'll go see if we can't find any more. It's kind of funny. I found a shed. I can't remember which side, but I found one right over here. It looks pretty similar to this, so I might have found a matching spike pair of sheds. Let's go see what else we can get into. Here's an ancient stove, I think. I think this would have been the door right there. I think that's what that was. What do you guys think that thing is? Got some cool designs on it. I'd say it was a stove. So anyways, 3 days ago, March 16th it would have been, I was flying the drone around, just kind of looking at all the deer on the property. And I flew it up here to what we call our gas roll piece, and I seen a buck that still had one of his antlers, and I believe it's a big 4-point that I had a lot of history with all year, and decided to let live. But I took Haley up here to shoot him a couple times, and he never came out to the food plots or anything. But anyways, he lived, and I believe he still was holding an antler. So anyways, yesterday, March 18th, Kaylee and I were coming, or March 17th, actually, Kaylee and I were coming up through here, and we seen that buck out here by the red brush. So I didn't have a video camera at the time, unfortunately, so I ran home, grabbed the video camera. I was going to come up and videotape him with one antler. When we came back up here, he was no longer in the field. He was in the red brush, so I sent the drone up and got the drone over the red brush, and there were 6 deer in there. And there was one deer that looked really big, that looked like it would have been a buck. And I got the drone right down on them. None of them had antlers. There's no antlers on any of them deer. So what I believe is that within the 15 minutes or 10 minutes it took us to go home and get the video camera and come back up here, that deer lost his antler literally right there, right where we last seen him with the antler. So I'm gonna go down in here in the red brush, and it's gotta be, I personally think that antler's laying in there somewhere, right where we last seen him. So I'm gonna go in there and see if we can't find this antler. I'm gonna bring you along with me. Hopefully it's sitting there, and that would be one crazy story. But we will find out right here. Follow me. Okay, right here is the last spot that Kaylee and I seen this deer with an antler. So I think his antler's laying right in this thick red brush in here. So we're gonna get in here and see if we can't locate it. I see the actual deer's tracks where the buck was standing, so I'm just gonna kind of stay on these tracks in here and see if we can't find it. Unbelievable. Take this freaking GoPro off so I don't look like a doofus. But right here is the big 4-point shed, and that thing literally shed. Kaylee and I saw it, came back, and it had no antler within 10 minutes. So I know the very 10 minutes yesterday, that thing shed March 17th. Within the 10 minutes Kaylee and I saw it. We sent the drone up right here, and we were watching these deer, and he had the horn and then he didn't. And sure enough, I came over here. His shed is laying right there. It only took me about 20 minutes to find it. So what a crazy story. There's his shed. Now all we gotta do is find the other side, which I actually know is probably most likely not in here. That's at the top of our gas roll piece somewhere. But right there it is. Crazy. That's number 13 on the year for me, I believe. Put this GoPro back on and go check it out. Okay, folks, here it is. This is a big 4-point I had a couple encounters with during archery season, and I seen him out in the food plot a couple times during gun. And I tried to get Kaylee up to shoot it because this is a deer that's 2.5-year-old. He's never gonna amount to much other than just a big 4-point most likely. So anyways, I was trying to get Kaylee to kill him, but he's gonna live to see next year. And the story behind this shed is one like unbelievable.